guys, got a quick project. Well, it's not quick, but I'm into it. So I think in the past I did show a video of how to make these tubes, and I think I showed you kind of a production method on the lathe on how to do it. Well, I got to make more, unfortunately, and I don't have a lathe. Well, I have a lathe. It's in the garage on its back. So I don't have a lathe set up in the shop right now, as you guys know, with what went on. So I had to come up with a way to make these on my mill. And if I was making one or two, whatever, I would have set one or two up. I gotta make like, I don't know, 50, like 60 or 70 of these. So I need a production method, a very fast method to do it, even if I have to invest 2 hours or something to come up with a jig. I want that so I can knock them out. So I've been working on this. I worked on it over the weekend, but I didn't take any time to film, so I should have, but I didn't. So I'll show you what we got. I'll get you a handheld. Sorry. So over on the mill, I have a set of 4-inch Softjaws, aluminum Softjaws, and what I've done is gone ahead and drilled and reamed them out 8 places so I can do 8 of these tubes. Drew myself a quick sketch here, super quick and dirty, not a proper engineering drawing, just for me. So I essentially took these Softjaws, I put some, let me see if I can put this down. Some plastic shim stock. This was 10 thousandths thick plastic shim stock between the jaws when I machined the holes in them, and then I machined them, drilled them because they're really deep, 4 inches essentially tall jaws. I had to drill them. I had an extended drill, but I could drill them. I drilled them a little undersized, and then I reamed them 1 over, so a 251 reamer over a 1/4 inch. And the plastic I have is pretty tight tolerance. It's within probably 2 or 3 thousandths, depending on the rod, of 1/4 inch. So with that shim stock and the way I reamed it, I can go ahead and clamp on the parts really well. So here's what they look like. Not sure how well you guys can see, but they came out really nice as far as surface finish and everything, and then I just had to go in and deburr them a little bit to get those edges cleaned up. So, oh, by the way, this is that shim stock. This is great. Actually, I just grabbed a set of this. It's an assortment here. I think I got it from McMaster, and it's all plastic, but it's 5/10 up to 30 thou shim stock plastic, and you can just cut it with a pair of scissors, so it's great. So put you back in. So I'm just cranking out now a bunch of these. I did a test run of 8 and it worked great, so I'm just cranking them out. The material comes in 5-foot rods. So another challenge is, how do I cut this? When I did it before, I parted them off and then I could get the length right and clean up both ends. Couldn't do that now. So I took a piece of plastic I had that's pretty see-through, and on the back side I marked a Sharpie line a little over 4 inches. 4 inches is my final size. And I'm just holding it up, and I found I got a brand new blade in, and I just press forward and that scores it, and then it cracks. Now this isn't going to be my final length. I'm going to mill it to length, which is kind of why I created that fixture, but I can actually get pieces pretty quickly this way, so this isn't too bad at all. Cutting these to length was something I thought was going to be a serious pain, because I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. So when I was getting ready to do this, I was like, I wonder if I can score and break that, and I can. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to finish up. I got another rod or two to get sort of the blanks. And then I'll take you over and show you how it all works. Alright guys, so this is how I do it. I got a couple of buckets set up. Here's my blanks that I cut with my knife. Here's my bucket of 2 sized. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the blanks and get them down to the 4-inch length, cleaned up on both sides, and then I will go and do the drilling. So it's pretty simple. I just go ahead, drop them in. Get close, hold them down. I go ahead and set my depth here. And I'll show you the screen here on a different run. And then I go ahead and run them. And I'm not sure if you're going to see that. Then I just crack them out of the fixture and flip them. And then I reset my depth. Okay, this will clean up this side and bring them to the right size. That's it. So I'll change camera angles and show you another batch so you can see what's going on with the Proto Track and kind of where my hands are. Alright, come right back to you. Alright, I got another set of 8 in here. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but essentially when I'm about ready to start a set of 8, I just set my quill stop. So I'm roughly at about 4 and 150. Rough. And then I'll come hit them all that, and then I flip them over. I'll reset that stop so that it's at 4 inches and hit them all again. That way I clean up both sides and get myself to size, and I'm within 3 or 4 thou, which is all I need to be on this. I already measured a bunch. Do it. This is my go button. Brings me to my next position. So, crack my fixture, flip them over. Now I'll take this. Now my stop's at 4 inches 143 thousandths. So I'll just bring my quill stop down. I don't know if you can see that. So with the quill stop, hard against the quill stop, I'm right at 4 inches. And then just knock them out. Rinse and repeat. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Of course, I didn't show you any of the setup, which I'm sure is what all you guys want to see. Just really didn't feel like filming this weekend. I'll do I don't know, I got more to do. Maybe I'll do another shot so you can see the prototrack. Alright, so I'm going to do another set. Here's the prototrack. I've shown this a little bit. I should go into more detail. But essentially, I'm at the end of a program I wrote, and it's a very simple program. It just goes to 8 different positions that we drew out, calculated before, plus a 9th position, which is sort of this eject position. That's what where the position is now. You can see I'm like 6 inches away all the way this way, and that just gets the fixture out of the way. It's convenient for me. I can change everything and then it goes back in there. So that's sort of the 9th position in there, and you can see that it's -6, and my 0 point is this corner of this jaw, or this fixture that I made. So what I'm going to do is start my program again, and one nice feature about the prototrack is when you're finished a program, you can just start it over. So if I hit it saying, hey, your run's over, I say, I know that, I want you to go again. It says check your Z, make sure you're not going to hit anything, because it's only a 2-axis control. I say I'm good to go. In rapid move, it moves to my first position, which is this first hole. It's X16875, Y0, 16875. I think you guys can see that. Okay. My Z is up here because my quill's all the way up. You can see as I bring it down. I already set my stop again. So I'll just do this set real quick and you can see it change in position. Go. So that's the end of the program. It's where we started from, and then I can just go again. Nice and convenient. Alright guys, we're on the last step. We're just drilling out one end. I've already done a bunch. It's not that exciting, but I will show you and give you a little ride along. Let's get them all in there, hold them down, and I hope you don't fall over as we go on a ride. Let's find out. Oh, you look fine. That's all there is to it. I'm not even setting them up to deburr them in the mill. I'm just doing it by hand real quick as they come out because they don't need much. And yeah. Chugging right along. Here's the ones we just took out. Just gotta see if you guys can still see me. I think so. So, got another batch left. Had two that were kind of not so great, so I'm leaving them off. And just as they come off, I'm just doing a quick deburr. That's it. It's not even the worst setting up another tool and going around again. This Seedle, which is essentially Delrin, it's really nice to machine, by the way. That's all there is to it. I don't think there's very good macro capability in there. Hopefully you can see it. So there's a drilled out end. That's the tube end. This stock comes as tube. And all the last step is I have an oversized dowel pin. It's 1 thou oversize. And just press these in there. And that's the finished part. And that oversized dowel pin fits in the stock tube nice. So the whole point is you seal this end of the tube up so you don't accidentally use it. Like try and put it over the stud. And so you use the drilled out end. And that's it. And this project will be over. So this only took like an hour and a half to do these 70. Cutting the stock, bringing them to length, doing the drilling, doing a little filming in between, no problem. And then about an hour and a half for the fixture yesterday. So not bad at all. And I'll probably order up a bunch more stock, probably enough to do another 70 or 100 and knock out a whole nother batch and just have them before I take this out of the vise, because I don't really want to take my fixture out of the vise, because then I have to indicate it all again if I need to use this. Just show you the guys that fit real quick. There's a tube. So that's just in there. And soon as, you know, I got that little gap in there between the jaws, and it's been holding them fine. I haven't had a single issue holding them. So pretty cool. Alright, I'm just finishing up this project from a couple of days ago where we were doing all these PCB board removal tools. I got a bunch of them done last weekend, like I showed you guys, and then this week, sort of as I needed a couple of these sets, I just took a couple and finished them by hand. So I just took these oversized dowel pins like I showed you before, popped them in there, and just like by hand I pressed it in there, grabbed like 3 sets and used them. But I want to finish them today. Finish this set. I actually got more material. I think I'm going to do another run of, I don't know, 50 or 60 of them, and then I should be well overstocked, and then I can be finished with these. So what I did, or what I'm thinking, is I took them, grabbed the dowel pins and just pushed them in by hand, just get them seated. And then what I'm thinking is we'll use our jig, our Softjaws here, and throw them in there, elevate them off the bottom, so they're off the bottom of the vise or anything, so that as I'm pushing the dowel pin in, the air can escape. Because if you hold this kind of with my finger, I mean, I'm not going to get it in there very far easily because the air has nowhere to go. And some of these are tighter than others. So what I'm thinking, throw them in here, elevate them off the deck, maybe with like a parallel, then pull that parallel out, and then just grab a ejector pin. I got a ton of these. They're handy. I have them around from all kinds of stuff. And just use this in my drill chuck, and just come over, use that same program and push them down, just with force, you know, nothing turning, just with some force, and see if I can get them to seat. I'm not worried about putting any kind of a load on my spindle bearings or anything, because this force that I'm talking about is very small. These can go in by hand, like I've shown you. It's not too much force. So let's try it out. So let me move you around so you can see a little bit better. Alright, so there's our thing. Now I had been resting these on a single parallel just as a flat surface. So what I'm thinking is I'll just grab another one. So take two of them, throw them under there. And then make sure I can get them out. Load them up. Take that out. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. Grab my glasses real quick. Grab this ejector pen, throw it in here. You know, I'm not going to turn the spindle on or anything. Let's start our program again that we have from last time. Let's just try. Oh yeah. Easy peasy, nice and easy. I don't know if you guys can see how easy that was. Trying to look at the preview here on my phone. I can't see the quill handle. Okay. So, literally kind of with like a finger, I can push that down. So it's really not much force at all. And they're not moving. Yeah, that'll work. I think it's faster than doing them in a arbor press kind of by hand. But maybe not. Alright, so there's 8. Pretty easy. There we go. Alright, I'll finish them up. Just let you guys see a run. I've done a couple of runs now. I got this down pretty well. So put the 2 parallels in. Load it up. Taking it down, take the 2 parallels out. Go ahead. Chunk. Now I'm putting one of the parallels back in there because it goes in easy. And then when I open this and they fall, they don't fall all the way down. I can still grab them. There you go. Another parallel back in. Load up. Parallels out. Go again. So it goes pretty quick, actually. That one back in. Drop them out. Pretty easy. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. And yeah, think about doing something like this, a little more, you know, production mindset. Not total production, but a little more of a production mindset, assembly line mindset when you're got a ton of parts to do. Alright, I'll catch you guys later.